This is a mini filet mignon. Ray, nothing wrong with going, because you serve these white tablecloth restaurants around the world and across this great country of ours, probably $70 like 16-ounce steak. Like, no, I'm not ready for that, right? On a Tuesday night. But you know what? I'll take a little filet.
Yes.
Why not?
Think about it. This is Black Angus Filet Mignon. So if you have loved the Rastelli 5-ounce filet, which we've run now for years and years here, Rick, and our QVC family has loved them, this is that same filet, except it's the 2-ounce medallion. So I want you to see how juicy, how tender, and what you don't see is you don't see any fat and you don't see any gristle, because you won't get that on a filet. But what I want you to notice, it's a full steak, right? This is not a chunk. It's not a tip. It's not a tail.
Right.
It's actually a steak.
Good
it's
point.
A filet mignon. So don't make sure you understand it. Treat it just like a steak. Now, the nice part about 2 ounces is, as soon as you take it out of that freezer, it's going to thaw really quickly, and that's really convenient. But now, most importantly, it's going to cook in a matter of 4 minutes. You've got filet mignon on your table. So whether it's one that you want to try, or you want 2 or 3 to put a really big healthy portion on your platter, you can do that. But it's the filet mignon that comes from the same center cut, and I'm going to take you to the meat block in a minute just to show you that.
Love that. Well, here's the offer. Here's what you're getting. You're getting 20 of these. I love the seasoning. You're going to get the seasoning as well. Do these on kebabs, right? On a black zone, like you said, these are done in a second, right? They're done very, very quickly. And here's the deal. The great thing about all four, about having these, if you want one, great. You want 2? Wonderful. Now you can kind of pick and choose, right?
That's right.
Really hungry that night? Pop 4 on the stove or the grill, and they're done just like that.
Yeah, and I mean, think about it if you just want to do it on a salad, right? So take
Perfect.
2 ounces of protein, right?
Yeah.
Not just any protein, but filet mignon protein. Just drop that on top of your salad.
That looks really good, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really
fantastic.
And the reason what makes it really nice and healthy, not just the salad, but it's filet mignon, which means there's no gristle, there's no fat. You're going to eat from one end to the other.
High protein, no
Everything's gonna be
carbs,
tender.
like good. Okay, let's do it, Ray.
So it's so important to understand, where does our beef come from? Well, our beef comes from family farmers that I've worked with for 50 years now, Rick. This is our 50th anniversary coming up in about another 6 or 7 months. So this is all I've ever done, and the relationship you make with the farmers are most important. These happen to be Black Angus filet mignons that come from the Midwest, farmers that I've worked with, who we know how they raise our Black Angus cattle. We know the feed that goes into there, which is an all-natural feed. We also know they got clean water and they're grazing in green pastures. What does it produce? It produces a filet mignon that we've taken every ounce of fat off of. Now, if you're used to our big, giant 5-ounce center cut filet and you love them at home, well, guess what? Our 2-ounce medallions are right next to it.
Oh,
and
great.
We only get 2 of them out of every tenderloin. That's why we do not offer this very often. But that 2-ounce medallion, we only get 2 out of every whole filet mignon. So think about it. That's only 4 on every steer.
It's the same place.
It's the same
It's just a little bit smaller, right?
Exactly.
So you're getting, and now you're getting this opportunity to pick this up one time, auto delivery, and this is every 90 days. It's going to take a little longer, but you can lock into that. How do they come packaged, by the way?
Yeah, so let me show you that, because I think this was actually a QVC recommendation. So our QVC family, who we talk to all the time, loves the filet mignons. We used to pack them 2 in a package, and our QVC family said, Ray, can you do them individual? We said, absolutely. So now, when you get your bag,
that's so
every
cute.
steak is individual. So you're going to have 20 of these in this bag, but every steak is individually vacuum packaged. You can pull out 1, 2, 3, 10, whatever you'd like. But the nice part, again, it's going to thaw really quickly. If you're in a pinch, like I always tell you, just leave it in this package. Drop it under cold water for about 5 minutes and it'll be thawed. I always recommending thawing your steaks before you cook them. And if you can get them to room temperature, it's even better.
So you're going to do that, right?
Yes.
By the way, there's 2 ship dates on this one. Immediate, which you're loving. And then there's the 14th, I think, of April. So lock into it right now, but the price goes away at the end of the day. This is filet mignon. It's Rastelli Black Angus filet mignon. And they're done, it's from the tip, right? From the filet mignon. It's right next to the big guy.
That's
right. It's a smaller size. Now, how do you make this to make it perfect? Because you don't want to overcook this one, right?
You don't want to. Now, I will tell you, with the filet mignon, you could actually overcook it because it's so tender, but I want you to see how juicy this is. And you can see there's no fat on here at all. And look, you're cutting it with a fork, Rick.
I just cut that with a fork
and with
right
a
now.
great filet mignon that's been aged, and these have been aged for 28 days. So when you go to a great steakhouse, Rick, the menu always says aged to perfection. Well, there's a reason. The aging.
Oh, man, so good.
Isn't that incredible? The
Melts in your
It's
mouth.
a natural process of aging, right? It breaks down the proteins and the enzymes, so it naturally tenderizes that steak. But this is what you get every time. Not only tenderness and juiciness, but incredible filet mignon flavor. And don't forget the seasoning, because you are getting that seasoning packet that everyone kind of loves. Just drop that seasoning.
My youngest son,
right on
Josh,
top
is a
there.
beef fanatic. And one of the mistakes I made is I turned him on to Rastelli fillets early on. So when he has like a lousy sirloin, even when he goes out to eat or something, takes his girlfriend,
he gets spoiled.
He's totally spoiled. I'm telling you, you get spoiled. Because that, you can do a blindfold taste test with the Rastelli fillets. They're
Isn't that amazing?
so delicious.
How about
so delicious?
How about shrimp and grits? Look at how
I've never had
perfect
shrimp
is
and
that?
grits ever in my
Think
life.
about that. You know, 4 or 5 pieces of shrimp, a perfect center cut, a perfect medallion there, filet mignon steak medallion, and you've got an incredible dinner. If you want to do surf and turf, you know, you can add this to that cod or to our salmon coming up, and all of a sudden you've got a nice 5-6 ounce piece of fish.
Yeah.
2 or 4 ounces worth of filet mignon. You've got a great surf and turf.
I just love that idea of someone, right, maybe retired, maybe 67 years old, just saying, you know what, I'm not going to have that big filet. It's expensive. It costs me $35, $40, whatever it costs, right?
Yep.
And then I might not eat the whole thing. And next day, filet, I don't know. You want to have it all in one. This is brilliant because they're individually packaged. So, honey, let's have dinner tonight. What should we have? I don't want a big old steak, but you know what? I got a little hankering for a filet.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, so you get these.
Yeah,
they're perfect.
Just take them out.
Oh, you hungry? Well, let's have 2.
How about a taco?
How about
a filet
mignon taco? Really?
I mean, think about what you can do with this filet mignon, Rick, because it cooks so fast. What I will guarantee you is it will be tender. You won't have any gristle at all. There's no fat at all. And what you're really going to get is you're going to get juicy, incredibly beefy flavor, but every bite's going to melt in your mouth. And look, one of my favorites. Here we go. This time of year, it's kebab time, right? I showed you the kebabs with our pork ribeyes earlier. Think about taking these beautiful steaks, cutting them into 3 or 4 pieces each steak, and making a filet mignon kebab. If your guests come over, they may not ever leave. That's just the way it is.
The filet mignon kebab is here. The fillets are here. Immediate ship date going quickly. So immediate, and then 4/14. You can lock into auto delivery, by the way. That's every 90 days, but the price does go away at the end of the day. It's M134158. These are fillets, and here's how it's going to lay out. I just love that. Hey, you know what? We talk about big days like 4th of July. We talk about Memorial Day. No, this is also Tuesday night.
That's right.
This is a Wednesday. What are we having? This is Wednesday lunch. Probably of all the fanciness, all that you guys put together, I just like that over the salad. It's so simple and so great.
It really is. And, you know, I mean, here we are in the Philadelphia area. What's more famous than a cheesesteak? I will tell you what's more famous, a filet mignon cheesesteak.
Yes.
Think about being able to take, this is one filet I just cut up and made 2 beautiful sandwiches out of that. I mean, look at how gorgeous that is.
Absolutely.
And again, it's going to melt in your mouth because it's filet mignon. And if you drop a little bit of that, maybe some caramelized onions or some cheese over top of that, you know what? You've got something that your guests are going to absolutely love. They're going to think you have been spending lots and lots of time, and I did that in about 4 minutes.
Love it.
That's how simple that is.
We got a request. Could you go back to be the butcher for a second?
Yes,
Because I
absolutely.
love that. Where is this coming from?
So important, right? Where does your beef come from? Well, it comes from your butcher. This butcher has been doing this for 50 years. Small family farmers in the Midwest, black Angus cattle. But when it gets to us, what we do then is we age this for 28 days. We then take every ounce of fat off of it, the gristle completely out of it, and of course, this is the whole filet mignon. You can see it's been completely clean. So if you're used to getting our beautiful big 5-ounce center cut fillets, which we've run here a number of times, well, the 2-ounce medallion is right next to it.
That's great.
The same exact piece of meat. So all that beautiful marbling, tenderness, texture, flavor you get in the 5-ounce filet, you're getting the same in the medallion. But Rick, I only get 2 medallions off of every tenderloin, so we don't bring them often. And the nicest part about it is when you get the bag at home, Rick,
Right.
everyone's individually vacuum packed, so you can use them and take them out as you want.
What does aging do to a steak?
Aging is a natural process. So you think about the aging process for us, right? As we get older, we get better, don't we? Right? So the natural aging process, right?
Good spin on that one.
It takes the enzymes and the proteins, and what they do is they kind of mix up a little bit, and that tenderizes the product. That's why great great steakhouses always say on their age to perfection. You're getting a great steak that's aged to perfection.
Great, M134158. So the big deal launches, today only price, but wait, we got those burgers coming up, man.
Yes, we do. Something very special.
Very, very special. So it's a great hour here on Now You're Cooking Day. We're halfway through this hour. We got a lot more to come. We got chicken in the hour as well. It's our spring culinary sale, and Now You're Cooking Day. Okay,